I just wanted to make a real quick video just to recap a bit of what I've been up to since finishing my GB Divide trip. I just passed 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool to think there's 1,000 people out there who enjoy watching these little videos that I put out. Basically, as soon as I finished that trip, I went up to a wedding and instantly got COVID and came home and had a pretty terrible time of it. Took me a month before I could exercise at all, and then got asked to be in a Southland team with some of my mates. The Tour of Southland is one of the, if not the biggest road cycling event in New Zealand. At least it's definitely the most competitive and has the longest history. It's known for crosswinds, particularly, which is it's always been something I wanted to do, like a bucket list ride, to finally kind of legitimize me as a bike rider now. So I couldn't really pass up on the opportunity. It had all been organized, all my mates had organized it, had a team, a sponsor of ITM, manager, all that kind of stuff, team van. It's just so well organized. You all kind of get put into this big motel in the middle of Invercargill, which is pretty cool to have all the teams around, the team vans, the mechanics, people out washing bikes constantly, teams walking around, masseuses all around. Pretty awesome kind of atmosphere when you're not used to that. So the first stage was like basically an all-out TTT round, one lap around the park, and then 41k all-out race around the lap.
You are the only one that I ever wanted, that I ever trusted, that I ever haunted. You are the only one that I never held back, that I'll never contact.
Second day was the big one. I kind of knew about it because my mates told me about it last year. It's the gravel stage. They snipped one of the gravel parts off because apparently it was pretty hectic last year, but there's a gravel climb in it. It was 173k. It was pretty crazy. Stage 2 today, the biggest stage with a gravel section on it, and it's going to be a massive day.
I was going to sit back, and then just about an hour in, I was like, no, I'll get amongst it, and just paid off so.
I'd had to put some old carbon bottle cages on, and one of them just clean sheared off in a pothole about 30k in, and I couldn't fix that, so I had to rip my bottle cage off, and I had spent the entire day with one bottle cage. But so yeah, there was a crash at 60k. Me and Jack were caught behind it, and basically just had to ride full gas to get back on through the convoy, get back to the main group just prior to the gravel climb, trying to recover, and then it's just all, full gas up the gravel climb, splintered into multiple groups. Me and Jack make it into about the fourth group and cruise home in that, so huge day, but I was stoked to get through it relatively unscathed. So stage 3 was from beautiful Riverton, this like beautiful coastal town down in Southland, and this is one of the really scenic days. Kind of boosts up through Tuatapere and up to Tiana, which is this absolutely glorious little town up in Fiordland. Day 3 to Tiano. It's going to be a quick day. We're in Riverton for the start of day 3, and it's another belting day. Predicted a super fast start to this day, and yeah, just easing into the race. Stage 4 is the Queen stage, and it was the one that I was kind of focusing on the most because it's a hilltop finish, which is, you know, climbing's what I'm good at. So finishes up the remarkable ski field road, which is quite a short one because it turns to gravel halfway up. So it's about a 30-minute climb. The Devil's Staircase is this kind of plateau-y thing prior to getting to Queenstown and Remarks, and the jostling for position in there was crazy. Unfortunately, there was this like catastrophic crash coming right into the ski road. There was these roadworks that we weren't told were going to be there, and all of a sudden we deviated out and back again. We were going like, it's like this big downhill into this really steep corner, and people went down at like 70 k's an hour. It was absolutely hectic. And again, I was like one rider back from going down, so I was just like, I couldn't believe it. But I lost touch with the main group prior to the climb. So then turned around the climb, and then I basically just rode as hard as I could to catch my teammate and try and, so I rode like way over threshold, like mid 400s at the start of the ski road, absolutely just mashing the pedals. Caught up to my teammates and then passed them, and then kind of settled in. But I have some footage of me, a little bit of me climbing here, but the last 10 minutes were just agony. Up to Remarkables today, the Queen stage, starting in Mossburn. Let's hope I can survive to the bottom, light it up on the climb. Stage 5, so this is another notorious stage. This one goes from Invercargill, loops all the way around, finishes on Bluff Hill. Bluff Hill is this horrendously steep little hillock down in Bluff, which is one of the southernmost points. Comes directly south down towards Bluff near the end, and there's this point where it gets really exposed, and that's when you just get absolutely hammered with crosswinds again, and it almost always goes mental there prior to Bluff. And we got like sleet / hail coming in there, which was pretty miserable, and then the yellow jersey got a puncture, and then everyone just absolutely lit it up, held on into the Bluff, and then again just absolutely mashed the pedals up Bluff and gave it everything. Stage 5 to Bluff Hill, and it's a hill that's been on the tour apparently for 40 years. It's insanely steep, I think with gradients over 20% right at the end, and it's 150k, so it's another pretty long day, and it's chilly. It's 12 degrees. Let's go.
Take it all, take me now, wanna be on my own.
And just to let you know, we've now got 4 riders up the front, the leading riders, with 3 riders chasing behind, and the main peloton is approaching fast. So the leading 4 riders we have is rider 22, rider 53, 53, rider 92, 92, and rider 41. So those leading riders
1K, Thomas.
Hit it.
The main peloton is what remains of the group.
Come on, Tom. Yeah, we go. Nice, nice.
Oh, go with him, Cam. Yeah, go Pete.
Pete, 500 meters. Come on, buddy. You can get all those guys. Come on, mate. Effort, okay? Come on, mate. Come on, buddy. Focus. Good boy.
So if we're continuing up towards the top of the hill, it is still rider 92 who is seeming to lead the way up the hill there, and it was rider 53.
Fighting on, we were never able to stay. Took another fall again.
Day 6, easily my worst day. This one was Invercargill to Gore. It was just an echelon day, just like yet again the crosswinds were absolutely crucial. I wasn't aggressive enough and I missed this crucial split, and my echelon didn't make the other echelons. And with the way that the race was going, we were like averaging 45 to 50 k's an hour the whole time and not catching them. And so my day was basically done after about 40k, and I just rode in the gruppetto. Again, I learned a lot of lessons about positioning and like the importance of not being at the back, especially not when you don't have your team around you. So yeah, big learning day. It wasn't a disaster, but I was pretty disappointed. Then the last day is a TT and then a really short 80k stage back into Invercargill.
Here for the time trial in Winton.
13 k's of pain, and it's 11 degrees and raining this morning, so it's going to be a very chilly one, followed by a 60k all-out road race to the finish. We're reconning the time trial course, trying to work out all the corners. Should be a tailwind to start and a big headwind to finish, which makes pacing quite hard. But yeah, should be a good way to start the day.
Let's go, ARay. You!
So a former man in the past who's worn the green jersey, ARay.
There was a Southlander, Josh Burnett, in the lead. A Southlander hasn't won it in a really long time, so basically all of the peloton that was from Southland was riding for him on the last stage. And so the defensive technique was just to ride it absolutely as fast as possible, which we were kind of warned about by the teams, like that was going to be the tactic. And so from the gun it was just crazy fast. Yeah, I was like doing between 400 and 500 watts and just got instantly dropped. Not much you can do really. One of our teammates, Dave, made it in, which was epic riding from him. He's like so good positionally and timing attacks and stuff, so it was stoked to see Dave have a really good ride. Yeah, finished, completed it, didn't crash, had two good performances. Yeah, I had a great time.
And just like that, the Tour of Southland 2022 is over. What a week it was. Had some great days, some pretty challenging days. Highlights were definitely giving it everything up. Remarks and Bluff Hill. I feel like I did pretty well there, and I learnt so much about positioning, crosswinds, bike racing tactics in general. The bike got me through. It was an absolute weapon in the wind, super fast, and yeah, thanks chapter 2. And will I come and do it again? At the moment my legs are pretty tight, but ask me again in a month's time. Maybe I'll say yes.
We were never able to stay. We took another photo again.
Offshore float easily.
I can't sleep.
Came back, was stoked to get into some racing. I don't know, just use the fitness I got, and then I was falling around on my mountain bike doing a little jump. Got turned upside down by the wind and just absolutely wrecked myself on my back and on my hand. And I've been off the bike for another month because my hand was so wrecked that I couldn't hold the handlebar. So yeah, it's been a bit of kind of up and down sort of period, but we're at the end of the year now. I've had a pretty epic year of riding. Thanks to everyone for watching this channel and people who supported me with, like uploading something where I failed, and the amount of people that have left nice comments about my GB Divide trip is awesome. And so yeah, I am 100% coming back. I want to finish it, whether I'll follow the same route, but I'm definitely coming to Scotland. Maybe I'll do the Highland 550 trail or something. I would love to. I need to come back and experience the full thing. Definitely got more bike packing planned, more riding, and just more videos in general. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy Christmas and New Year, and we'll see you in 2023.